Welcome back to Bransford Webs. Back in the dispatch shed this week, our potting team and most of the nursery in fact have been busy potting our containerised bare root hedging. So we do a great range of this hedging at this time of year, all backed up by fantastic POS. So this POS is a design developed a good few years ago now, but still seems to work really well. We can't find anything any more useful than this to do the job. So it breaks it down into all of the varieties that we we supply: beech, hawthorn, hazel, hornbeam, privet and rosa rugosa. And then the uses for it, so how much you need to plant it, how tall it's going to grow, will it flower, what sort of foliage has it got, will it produce fruit, has it got thorns on if you want to use it for security hedge, and also its tolerance to things like windburn and things like that as well. It really just helps people, so it works really as the ultimate silent salesman when you're not out in the plant area or you've not got a chance to help the customer. It makes the customer's buying decision a lot easier. That's also backed up by a fantastic label. So here is our hawthorn plant pot. So nice chunky label, good 4 inches square, all the information you need to know on the back of it, how to look after it, how to plant it, and how to maintain your hedge as well. So all our hedging comes supplied in a 5 litre pot. Virtually all the varieties have 10 young plants in the pot as well. These are bundled together and potted, and by doing it that way it just helps you and your customer maintain moisture around the roots and make an easy product for the customer to take home as well. So obviously just doing it bare root out of troughs is fine, but when the customer takes it home, if they don't get it in the ground straight away, it's going to start drying out, which will lead to potential losses and gaps in people's hedges and unsuccessful planting. So, as I say, virtually everything's got 10 in a pot. So this is the privet, the green privet as well, 10 in a pot. The 2 varieties that don't are the purple beech and also the golden privet. They are only 5 plants in a pot due to the cost of production on them. So all our hedging is grown or potted to order, so it's going out into garden centres in the next week or 2 in fact. So we take the orders through the summer and into the autumn, and then pot to those orders to supply exactly what the garden centres are needing. And the garden centre can order exactly the right mix for their centres, whether it's an area in the country where hawthorn sells well, or whether you're somewhere where beech is selling well, or otherwise. So we've seen the hawthorn, we've seen some of the privet. We'll take a quick walk around and look at some of the other things because they're a good heavy spec plant. So here we've got some of the beech. As you can see, still got a bit of dirt on the leaves from it's being lifted out of the field grown. But good strong stems on there, that's just normal green beech, so again 10 in a pot, and they're a good 2 foot tall. So we'll make a nice hedge pretty quickly once you get those in this autumn to put the growth on for next year. Now walk across, we've got hazel, not the most common hedge in the world, but if you want to do a mixed hedge, works really well, or does actually work quite well as a hedge on its own, for something a little bit different. That's like hazel in there, and then we'll keep walking across. As I say, the potting team are potting like mad as we speak, so it's not all out at the moment. Golden privet, so these are a little bit shorter, these are more 18 inches tall, and again just 5 in a pot with those, but something a bit different, brighter, more vibrant coloured hedge. Walk along a little bit more to hornbeam. So if you're in an area where drought tolerance is a bit of a problem and you like the look of sort of beech or something like that, hornbeam can be a better plant for that. It's a lot more tolerant to dry conditions than most. Again, 10 plants in a pot with that, and then finally onto the purple beech. Obviously it's time of year, the foliage isn't looking at its best, but these are just will start shedding their foliage soon as they've been lifted out of the ground as well, and autumn conditions start on. So 5 plants in a pot again, nice strong plants, well potted in there, so the package on the shelf for your customer is a nice, good, strong package, looking great. So that's our hedging range, which hopefully you'll see in garden centres in the next few weeks across the country. I think the first lot go out next Wednesday, and then we're back on the nursery next week for another video, probably something more cultural as we're getting to the end of our production year, as in dispatching wise now, but we're still potting like mad on the nursery, so I'll see you next week.